I don't know what's going on.
What do you mean?
Okay, so like Marie and Lana and everybody were here, right? And like everyone was slowly like just kind of like dispersing off, right?
Yeah.
And then
hey guys.
These nosy bitches.
Let's just whisper.
So everyone's just kind of like, I feel like they're listening to me.
I know, right?
Oh my god, I'm really hurt. Okay, let me use this. So everyone's kind of going off doing like their own things and whatever. And Lana says that she's done, so she's gonna go take a break. So then it was just Marie. And then Marie was like, oh, are you guys still staying here? And I was like, yeah. She was like, oh, actually, I don't know if I really want to like third wheel. And then I was like, oh, it's not third wheeling. Like, we're just friends. I have a boyfriend. And then Marie was like, when has that ever stopped you before? Which I don't even know what that's about because I feel like I'm a pretty fucking loyal person.
Do not leave little cat for Santi. Is that not a thing? You did mention that before.
Well, okay. That was complicated because I tried to break up with Cap like a couple of times because shit was like on our first date, me and Cap, he literally left to go hang out with my ex in a bathroom.
Oh.
Yeah. And we were trying to fucking, like, he kept hanging out with my ex, and my ex was, like, doing all this crazy shit and trying to kill me and all that fucking shit going on, right?
Yeah.
So then I was like, I would have conversations and I would be like, you know, I don't think this is working out. Like, you want to go be in his group and, like, you're hanging out with him all the time and it's just, like, awkward because he fucking hates me and yada, yada, yada. But then he would be like, no, like, it's fine, blah, blah, blah. And eventually this just kept happening, like, so many times that I was just, like, kind of, like, there weren't any feelings there anymore. Plus, like, we never really did any dates and stuff. Like, it was, like, when we wanted to go on a date, he took me to fucking Dodo.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't do that shit.
I got told about Dodo dates last night.
Yeah. Anyways, so then when Santi, like, me and Santi had been friends for so fucking long, and then I don't know, fucking, I was pretty much, like, getting ready to break up with Cap. And then, yeah, I don't know. Santi, like, made a joke or something, like, hitting on me, like, as a joke. And then I was like, wait, are you kidding? And then he was like, I mean, I don't have to be. And then that was how that all started. And then we've literally been inseparable since. And that's the thing, is I will never break up with Santi. Like, I fucking love Santi.
Yeah. You think that you're thinking that rumors are gonna start now?
I don't know. Well, the thing is, Santi, I literally called him the other day, like before my trip, right? And I was like, hey, I can't remember what we were doing. I think we were going boosting with him. Adam. And then I called Santi and I was like, hey, just so you know, like, I'm gonna go do this. Like, is this okay? Because, like, I know all this shit is going on. And then he was like, yeah, like, I trust you fully. I am not insecure about our relationship and stuff. And that's the thing, is it doesn't bother Santi. But then today, whenever he, like, called me, I was like, oh, I'm, like, panning with, like, Mandem and the girls. And then he was like, oh, with your boyfriend, Adam. And I was like, he's not my boyfriend. And I think, like, it's a joke.
Yeah.
But I don't want it to get to the point where, like, people think that I'm cheating on Santi.
Well, then maybe you need to talk to Adam and tell him that you need to stop.
I did talk to Adam, and I was like, what is going on here? Because also, like, I heard from, I can't even remember who the fuck it was. Some guy was telling me that he did this with, like, Marie or something. And
Adam
then
did?
Yeah. Like, he was flirting with Marie, and then ended up, like, she broke up with somebody or something. I don't fucking know. And then I was talking to Adam about this today, and he, like, told me his story or whatever, and I don't really know. But anyways, I keep telling him, like, you know, I'm not breaking up with Santi. You know, I fucking love Santi. And all that shit. But he's just like, oh, it's fine, I'll wait.
Oh.
Yeah, and, like, I don't know if it's, I keep saying, like, I asked him, I was like, is this, like, a joke? Like, is this, like, a Mimi thing? Like, is this something you do? And he was like, no. Like, I think he might be serious, I don't know, but I feel like I've been, like, very clear that I'm not breaking up with Santi anytime soon.
Anytime soon? You said it all first.
Okay, anytime soon, ever, never. We're literally bound together. Like, we're not fucking breaking up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I keep saying that. But then he just goes, I'll be patient.
Mm-hmm.
And like I'm
know.
even telling him, I'm like, look, like Santi is literally like fucking amazing to me, you know, like he paid off my car, like we lived together, like was going through some rough shit when I met him, and we were like friends and yada 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 and all that shit, right?
Yeah.
He doesn't care.
Hmm.
And I told him about the tweets thing. I was like, you know, like when you're tweeting, like I just feel like that's kind of a spit in the face to Santi.
I get it.
Even though like Santi knows that I'm like shutting him down.
Well, then I think that you need to tell him that
he even like he took a
interfere.
picture. He took a picture with me when I was having this conversation with him, right? And then he sent it to me, like a selfie of us. And he put, such a fun date, call me for another one anytime.
Oh my god.
And then he was like, you better hope Santi doesn't check your phone.
Oh my god. So I think that if you think that this might be a threat to the reputation of you and your relationship, I think that you need to just stop entertaining it.
But I don't feel like I have been. Like, I mean,
well, I mean,
like, I hang out with him, but I feel like I shut it down.
Yeah, but I think that you need to pretty much put an ultimatum out and just say, I don't know, hang out if this is going to affect our relationship. Be like, you either respect me and my relationship and be my friend, or this can't happen. Like, if it's getting to a serious point, you got to take it to a serious point. And, like, I get it. He's cool. I like hanging out with him.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I think he's fucking funny. Like, I like hanging out with him.
Yeah, but you get what I mean, right? Like, he is flirting. He's definitely flirting all the time.
Yeah. And I mean, even like Carmela and me were chatting about it, and she was like, you know, like, I don't know, I think it's like disrespectful when he does that stuff about Santi, and I like agree. I feel bad for Santi. And
that's
honestly, everybody keeps saying, like, I know that everybody thinks that it's like, oh, whatever. But everybody keeps fucking like stirring.
Santi needs to get up, and Santi needs to shoot him in the head.
The thing is like everybody keeps stirring the pot, right? Like the first day we went down to the Mandem block, like yeah, that was like the first day, but it like happens. Like Marie today saying, has that ever stopped you before? And like, you know, like people being like, oh, I'll leave you two alone and shit like that, right?
Yeah.
Am I a bad girlfriend?
I don't think you're a bad girlfriend, but I do, like, I'm not gonna lie, in a way you are entertaining it. I feel like if it's getting to a point where it's threatening your relationship in any way, and you don't want it threatening your relationship, you do need to set the boundaries. And you need to like be like, okay, in all seriousness.
He just doesn't take it serious.
I know he doesn't, but that's what I mean. If he doesn't take it serious, then you need to think, would you rather your relationship with Santi be, you know, do you want to make Santi look bad, or do you want to be friends with Adam?
Yeah, you have a point.
So it's difficult because I get it. I like him. I like hanging out with him. And like, it's funny and everything, but I just think that wait, don't buy oh, never mind. Like
he keeps saying things, like I can't remember exactly what his words were, but he was like, oh, like I'm serious about you, or like, oh, I'll wait for you and all that stuff. And like, I thought that it was like jokes up until like today, to be honest, because like he would do the whole thing where he'd like flip flop, right? Like he'd be like, oh, where's Charlie? And then he'd like like hit on like random people.
And like, to be completely fair, you were gone all week and he was hitting on me. He didn't talk about you.
Yeah, and like I don't know, like that's the thing that's like, because I can't tell if it's jokes.
Yeah, me either, to be honest.
But part of me is like thinking like, oh, I think he's doing this because he's like, you know, when like, what's the word, like when you try and make someone like jealous because like they're not interested, kind of thing.
Yeah,
I think that's what's happening. And I literally said to him, I was like, are you just doing this because you want what you can't have? And he was like, no.
Probably. No, probably. More than likely that is what he's doing.
I literally like bluntly said it.
Yeah.
Like,
No, he's
you just
obviously not
want
going to
what you
admit
can
it to you. He clearly wants what he can't have. I don't know. I think that if you're worried about like what's happening with Santi, I think that you need to put your foot down and set the boundaries. And if he respects you, then he will respect the boundaries, you know?
Yeah. Like, even today, the fucking tweet, like, Mortel is hot, and then he replied, well, Cindy is. Like, what?
Yeah.
Like, that's the thing. Like, it's not just like like, he does it publicly. And, like, people see that shit.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean. So it looks bad. Like,
I feel like I'm making Santi look bad.
Yeah, I can
even though
see
Santi
that.
doesn't care.
And well, to be honest, it's kind of weird that Santi doesn't care.
No, the thing is me and Santi have always had this thing where he's always said, I don't care, like, you can do whatever you want because I know at the end of the day you're coming back home to me.
I don't know. I want a man who will shoot for me.
I mean, he did go down to the Mandem block and, like, do all that shit. That's the thing, is, like, I literally fucking love Santi.
I know you love Santi.
Like, I literally couldn't ask for a better boyfriend.
No, I get that. I honestly think that he just needs to have the boundaries. He needs to respect your boundaries. He needs to stop because you said that he, like, he could be making Santi look bad.
Break my tail light. Oh, yeah. Break it. Yeah. Forward look cap. Ratatata. Make me mad and you'll see. And I break your knee. Got my stick when we spray your block. I told you, don't break my tail light.